Welcome back, everyone. This is Donna V, and this is That Sales Show, and I have my special guest, Bill Vergantino. So we're going to start the last segment talking a little bit about ItaQuod, and it's a new CRM, and I want you to give us your evangelist story.
Wow, what an opening and an opportunity, Donna. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so you had introduced earlier that I'd had sales background, and like you said, I started in inside sales. Excuse me. I went to the field. I was sales management, VP of sales in 2 different companies.
Now you're just showing off.
Well, no. I think I want to show the ability to relate to each role within a sales cycle, and also we navigated, in my experience, many different sales models, and I was a CEO for 12 years, and I worked with marketing and product management, and while doing that, I was trained by some great coaches on the athletic side, which I was able to pull from, and great training on the sales process side.
Yep.
And I got to use a number of CRM systems. All have some really nice capabilities.
And that's sales enablement, right? It's evolved over time.
It has evolved over time. I mean, you talk about evolving over time. I can't believe that CRM, you throw out CRM, customer relationship management, for those that don't know, it's been around for 25 years. A quarter of a century. So it was the early 90s when it first got introduced.
Man, we're old.
Yeah, well, we're dating ourselves a little bit because prior to that, if we go back to the 50s, you had the Rolodex, the paper, right? Now, I don't even remember that one, you had contact management system, ACT, Goldmine, people certainly are familiar with that.
Right.
And then you had the evolution of CRM, which really introduced, hey, how am I going to not only capture information that describes a person or a company, but also maybe a sales opportunity or a lead that I'm working. And there's a lot of merits with what CRM has done, but there's been, over the last quarter of a century, and me using all these different CRMs, there's a lot of pain and challenges that are presented by what those CRMs do not do.
Yeah.
So what we tried to do was take a step back and say, okay, look, if we're going to introduce a CRM and an evolution of CRM, we want to call it something different. We want to acknowledge that CRM did some good things, so that's why CRM is in the category name that we've created, but we want to augment it a little bit. So it's structured CRM is what we think ItaQuod is. Structured CRM has a number of kind of components, if you will, 3 components, as a matter of fact. One is it includes traditional CRM. It includes how do I manage information about a contact, an account, an opportunity, a lead, okay? But what it begins to introduce is an embedded structure or language, if you will, for what is the behavioral information, the information of the emotions, or what is going on in the mind of the person that I'm interacting with as a part of the sales cycle, or the company and what is motivating the company to want to do something. So we wanted to marry and introduce that. Business drivers, exactly. Why are they doing anything in the first place? Who are they considering and why? What is the expectations for return on investment and results? And then we wanted so one of the major challenges that addresses with CRM today is that sales organizations and companies are trying to figure out through training, how do I get every rep, every salesperson to capture consistent, relevant information in the most efficient way possible so that all salespeople are performers, and so that we can learn and summarize from the data in a way that we can put it to use as a business. That's challenging. So CRM allows for a lot of ways to capture data, but it's way too flexible. So we wanted to embed a structure that we call, which crystallizes what information do they need to capture when they log in, give them guidance on how they can go about asking questions that capture that information.
That's awesome.
And clarity on where do I put the data. So if I've captured some incredible information about their business motivation drivers, features and functions they want in a solution, where am I going to put this as a rep so that every rep is capturing the same data and putting it in the same location? So that's the structure, data structure. What information to capture, how to capture it, and where to put it. Now we wanted to tackle what is really pain for people that use CRM. One is, I'm a sales rep and I want to do well for the company and capture the right data, but it takes forever. I don't want to type in for an hour or 2 at the end of the day.
This piece you're going to love. Guys, you're going to love this. This is like the pinnacle.
So, I've been there. Either first I get in an office early in the morning, or I'm late at night typing in information, or I take in some of my selling time to get the data in that's needed. So why type it? I mean, let's speak it. So we wanted to create the structure and then enable reps to speak into the system so that they can capture data at 300 words a minute when most of us can only type at 40 words a minute with a lot of errors at that. So speed to capture data was one of the things we wanted to tackle. The second thing was, who are you capturing data for? Well, if you're an effective company, you are having data captured so that the rep is able to work a sales cycle more effectively to acquire business. But you're also capturing data so that the sales management can consume and understand how to coach and evolve and collaborate with the salesperson so they can be more effective. You have marketing wanting to understand parts of the data that's being captured so they can determine how do we message more effectively or generate better leads. And then you've got the people building the products or services that you're trying to sell going, what do we do next? What is needed? How are we going to become more compelling? Why are we losing?
Product roadmap.
Product roadmap. So what we wanted to do was make it incredibly easy to not only capture the right data, but consume it, whether I'm the sales manager, marketing, or product management, or the sales rep.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is something that no CRM in the world can do, has done. The dreaded pipeline review between a manager and a salesperson is something that neither of them look forward to. I mean, they don't. The manager, the poor person, has got to produce a forecast that they can run the business on, and they're trying to understand what has been captured across their 5, 7, 10 reps so that they can give guidance and input on how that rep can manage the deal. Well, it ends up happening that everyone prepares for this pipeline review, and the hour's gone before they can bat an eye, and the rep got no input from their manager, and the manager had to default to just, because they couldn't easily find and consume information about the sales cycle, they had to ask, hey, is this deal going to close? Which deals are going to close? Because I need to prepare a forecast. So we've built into the system an ability to collaborate between manager and rep in a way that's insanely efficient. And you don't even have to have a pipeline review for a manager to collaborate and give input to reps on their entire pipeline. But if you do have a pipeline, both parties are working from the same list of feedback that has been sent from within the CRM system so that a rep knows what actions they need to take, the manager knows what actions have been taken, and they both can look at them together to understand quickly how can we make this exchange between us as productive as possible.
Awesome. Now I want to give you an opportunity to, everybody should see this product. Any sales leader, sales team, whoever. Why don't you share with everyone how they can get a demo or reach out to you and learn more about ItaQuod.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
So ItaQuod is actually Latin for the phrase, so what? So what is one of the best questions that I typically ask my salespeople when they tell me why they think they're going to close a deal. So remember ItaQuod from that perspective, but also ItaQuod is an acronym, a memory tool. Each letter standing for different pieces of information that a company and a rep should be thinking about when working a lead and an opportunity. So ItaQuod, you can get information on us at www.itaquod.com, and it's ItaQuod.com. We've got a LinkedIn page. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. So please take a look at us. We'd be happy to give you a pre-recorded narrated demo if you're not ready to talk to us, or to get on the phone with you and have a discussion and or meeting with you where we can show you the product and talk through how and if it could be a good fit for your company.
That's awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Phil.
you, Donna. It was a
Everybody
pleasure.
tune in next week, 11 o'clock Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about lead generation.
Good luck with
Thank
your
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.